Ethan Klein, if you're watching, spend one day on your Instagram stories, just one day, or like through every other Instagram story about Hasan, post a photo of a starving kid in Gaza. Post a video from Bisan, or post a video from a bombing that just happened, and show us what this state of Israel that you claim to think is a free and open place, what Israel is doing. You don't show that. On your stories, you don't show that. You just attack people because you have your own gripes. Whatever, you can do that. But at least one story, 2 stories a day, not pro-Israel propaganda. I saw Hila like a post from a pro-Israel propagandist. That's pretty crazy.
Hen Mazik?
Yeah, Hen Mazik about the starvation denial.
That's their favorite. That's their favorite content creator.
Post every day. Post a few of them, right? And see what happens from there. Like just do that.
Start peppering in some anti-Israel sentiment, please.
I'm not even saying this vindictively or for any reason other than you have a huge platform of people that could see this, and that I think it's framed a lot of times by that crowd as like gore porn, which is kind of crazy. Yeah. They're just like, oh, I don't want to see that. Said too. Yeah, they said like a thumbnail of mine.
Someone said he reposted Hen Mazik like 20 minutes ago.
Oh yeah. Up. Yeah, so at a certain point,
so he's doing the opposite.
At a certain point, with some people, you have to say, appealing to humanity isn't going to work. It's not going to work, and
let's see.
We don't need to spend any time.
This is my first time looking at his stories.
Oh wow,
holy
is this a live
shit!
react?
There's so many stories, bro.
Oh yeah,
there's so many
20
stories.
Hours
What is this? Does this recognize this individual? I don't know what's going on here.
I think
does anyone recognize the individual from Montreal? My Jewish friend,
the burger guy that was a fighter, Harley Morrison. He went to a concert and people said some anti-Semitic stuff to him, or they called him something. And then
I don't know who these fucking.
It's like a random
are.
Guy that's like an anti-Semite or something, or like some kind of.
Oh, this is like a random. Oh yeah, what is the difference between a fat kid and a Jew? They both had time. What?
See, like that's an anti-Semite.
I dedicate this. Wait, what? I'm mentioned here. I dedicate this convo to Hasan Piker, iDubbbz, and Anissa, who insist that I'm hallucinating anti-Semitism. This is a very persistent hallucination.
No, that's an anti-Semitic post, Ethan. You know that's an anti-Semitic post. What's that got to do with him? What does that got to do with him? When people say you're hallucinating anti-Semitism, it's when you call.
This guy probably doesn't like me either, dumbass.
Oh no. One thing I was looking at is like if you go back through your videos, the only person that's like criticizing Fuentes consistently for the last 6 years is you, and other streamers in this zone are like hanging out with him and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like this anti-Semitism accusation is not borne out by the facts, other than the facts you spin off of a, out of context clips.
Hamas on behalf of their international
Oh, it's Hamas. He's doing the thing.
Hamas on behalf of international spokespersons like Hasan Piker, they sure aren't doing it for the people of Gaza who will only suffer worse from further provocation. Has Hasan ever suggested that Hamas surrender?
Yeah, so this guy's okay, yeah.
He reposted Hen Mazik.
Just surrender, bro. Israel will.
Dude, this guy literally
leave.
thinks
They won't
I'm
annex
Hamas.
Gaza.
Like, I think he genuinely thinks that like I have control over this situation. This is insane to like take a ongoing genocide and actively turn it back to like your own personal distaste for your former podcast co-host because he made you feel bad when he was gently trying to explain to you that you can't call like Jewish Voice for Peace capos. Like if he had listened to me in October 2023, okay, and respected me and wasn't so deeply Islamophobic and a massive piece of shit, he wouldn't be in this situation right now. He wouldn't be looking like a 40-year-old man who just cannot comprehend that this is beyond him and myself. Okay? It is crazy. But it's also insane because there's so many people that literally think that this person is actually still invested in like the emancipatory needs of Palestinians. This is just not the case. Like this is an incredibly selfish, incredibly self-centered person.
I mean, it's just insane to say you're
like he just keeps saying Hasan Piker
and only use talking points that propagate the genocide. Whatever he said about Hamas owning the hostages is the line from Israel. The official line. It's the official state-sanctioned, U.S. weapons shipment sanctioned line to justify a genocide. Just return the hostages and we'll stop. No, you won't. Of course you won't. That's not true. That's never been true. And they don't want the hostages.
Hamas has literally set conditions of surrender 1,000,000 times. The last round of ceasefire negotiations. This is just like objectively untrue.
It's just misinformation. Like
Okay.
literally.
You are spreading misinformation
lie.
at the behest of Israel while simultaneously claiming that you're an ally of Palestinians. Okay? I don't understand what this man disagrees with Benjamin Netanyahu or with Israel in general if he's saying that, like, Hamas is doing Israel's propaganda for them since we're trying everything to stop the killing and we suggest that Hamas surrender. Are you stupid? That's literally the number one thing that Israel defenders have been saying since October 9. Yes, Hamas has openly stated that they want to, on October 10th, 2023, they said they would release all hostages if Israel doesn't invade the Gaza Strip. Since then, they have put forth more than 40 different proposals where they've talked about a hostage swap for both the prisoners of war that Hamas has currently, which are the remaining hostages or prisoners of war, they're Israeli military, they're IDF people that they have in captivity still, in exchange for Hamas, or not Hamas, sorry, in exchange for Palestinians that are in administrative detention, 10,000 plus Palestinians that are in administrative detention, 2,000 more of them that Israel has actually kidnapped since October 7th, specifically so they can use them as a bargaining chip. And Hamas has said a million times over that they would disband, that they would allow the Gaza Strip to be controlled by a technocratic committee over and over and over again. Benjamin Netanyahu and his team have said no to this proposal because they do not want the what is this? Hold on. One second. No, someone's just trying to sell shit.
You don't want a qualified home loan?
Okay. It was just, let's just, no.
You sure?
Yeah, all right. Oh,
$1 in $10 million home loan, please. Just kidding.
In any case, people like Hasan Piker want the people of Gaza to pay with their own blood so we can continue to profiteer off the tragedy is so stupid. Okay.
I came in with the intention today to try and avoid talking about people like this. But when we got on
I thought we were doing slop tubers.
Oh yeah. I mean, specifically, I guess, yeah, he's one of the slop tubers, and we can. I don't know. It's just like, I think before talking about it, just establishing the fact that like, there's a focus, a hyperfixation from that community, but also from people that are pro-Palestine on what these people are saying and doing, and what they're not saying and doing. And when they spread propaganda, that should be focused on, but it needs to be placed in the bigger context of what's happening rather than just this guy is a Zionist freak that's supporting a genocide. It's like, he is, but so is the U.S. government, and so is like a lot of the public, and that's the problem. He is not the problem. He's the his actions are the result of this broader system. But when he says shit, like when he's doing propaganda, like obviously we should talk about it.
But when someone says like, I'm a stalwart ally of Palestinians, that's
the big thing, right?
Like,
saying you're an ally.
That makes me so mad because it's like, I'm a stalwart ally of Palestinians. I spend every waking moment attacking other pro-Palestine content creators, demanding that they get deplatformed, sue them for ridiculous shit, try to silence them over and over again, spend every waking moment having my sizable audience attack them, no matter where they are, literally spam like media hits that they do, and try to get them to be deplatformed or at least like have be blackballed. Basically, it's not even working, but it doesn't matter. And then on top of that, I just say the exact same shit Benjamin Netanyahu is saying when it comes to, it's actually Hamas. It's actually Hamas that's responsible for the starvation of Palestinians. Okay, well then what's the difference between you and Benjamin Netanyahu in this regard? You are saying the exact same shit that he's saying.
And it's not like the Hitler drank water argument, right? Where it's like these things you're doing are unrelated and the comparison isn't unrelated. The talking point and the propaganda you are saying is the exact same propaganda that's being used to justify the genocide. They're not unrelated. And when the propaganda you're using is used in service to attack pro-Palestine advocates, then you're doing exactly what the state of Israel is doing in committing a genocide. You're running cover for it. You're propagandizing for it. You're normalizing it for millions of people on the internet. And that's why we say you backed it, is because there's only two options really, right?
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Maybe this is a change of attitude from the slop tubers.
Friend of the show, John Aziz. So John Aziz is this British guy who happened to have a Palestinian dad, though he has no Palestinian culture or vestiges, doesn't speak.
Oh yeah, the other thing I was gonna say about Ethan was like he kept promoting the Gaza Holocaust Front, the GHF,
yeah.
over and over again.
Yep.
Again, also invoking my name for some weird goddamn reason. And then as
That
recently
was-
as like last week, when everyone was talking about Israel's starvation, he was like, "Well, what about Sudan? Why is nobody talking about Sudan?" He's literally doing Hasbara while simultaneously saying he thinks Israel's committing a genocide sometimes. He says that sometimes.
These guys are so stupid, actually. That's just a very that's a very very dumb guy perspective to say not talking about something means that you don't care about the thing that you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's just not a real thing. But I mean, again, it's
Yeah,
like
no,
it's not two audiences.
it's
so
incredibly
I hate to be
stupid.
dismissive of the propaganda because it is, but it's like, okay, it's
incredibly stupid propaganda, but unfortunately, it does
works.
work for some
Yeah.
people, and it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
It's so goddamn frustrating because people, I think, just want to feel that their favorite content creator is not like a bad person. And there is nothing more bad person coded than to defend Israel's ongoing genocide. Okay?